Hello, and welcome back to our YouTube channel, Daily English Dialogues. I am Anna.
And I am Mark. Hello, everyone. We are very happy you are here with us today.
Today, we have a very special long episode for you. We are going to talk about one of the most popular topics in the world.
That is right. Today, we are talking about vacations. In the UK, they call it holiday, but in the US, we usually say vacation.
Everyone loves a vacation. It is a time to relax, explore, and have fun. In this episode, we will talk about everything. We will talk about planning a trip, going to the airport, staying in a hotel, and eating delicious food.
We will speak slowly and clearly. We want you to listen and practice with us. Are you ready, Anna?
I am ready, Mark. Let's start with the first part, planning the trip.
So, Anna, before we go on vacation, we have to plan. Planning is very important.
Yes, it is. The first question is always, where do you want to go?
That is a hard question. There are so many beautiful places. Do you prefer the beach or the mountains?
I think I prefer the beach. I love the ocean. I like to swim and sit in the sun. What about you, Mark?
I like the beach, but I prefer the city. I like to visit big cities like Paris, Tokyo, or New York. I like to visit museums and see famous buildings.
That is nice, too. After we choose a place, we need to choose a date. When should we go?
Summer is very popular for vacations. July and August are hot and schools are closed, but it is also very crowded.
Crowded means there are many, many people. I do not like crowded places. I prefer to travel in the spring or the autumn. The weather is nice and tickets are cheaper.
Speaking of tickets, we need to book a flight. Do you book your flights online?
Yes, I always use the internet. I look at different websites to find the best price. I want a cheap ticket, not an expensive one.
Me too. I also look for a direct flight. A direct flight means the plane goes straight to the city. You do not have to stop and change planes.
Changing planes can be tiring. So we have our destination and our flight. What do we need next?
We need a passport. If you travel to a different country, you must have a passport. Is your passport ready, Anna?
Yes, my passport is valid. It does not expire for 5 years. Listeners, always check your passport date before you book a trip.
That is great advice. Okay, we have a plan. Now let's imagine it is the day of the trip. Let's go to the airport.
I get very excited at the airport, but sometimes I get a little nervous, too.
Why do you get nervous?
I'm afraid I will forget something. I always check my bag 3 times. Passport, wallet, phone. Passport, wallet, phone.
That is smart. When we arrive at the airport, we go to the check-in counter.
At the check-in counter, we give them our bags. These are called luggage or suitcases.
The person at the counter will ask, "Do you have any bags to check?"
I usually have one big suitcase to check, and I have one small bag to carry with me. This is called a carry-on bag.
What do you put in your carry-on bag, Anna?
I put my important things in there. I put my laptop, my camera, and maybe a book to read on the plane. I also put a jacket in there because airplanes are often cold.
That is true. Planes are very cold. After check-in, we have to go through security.
Oh, I do not like security. We have to take off our shoes and belts. We have to take our laptops out of the bag.
It takes a long time, but it is for safety. It is very important. After security, we find our gate.
The gate is the door where we get on the airplane. We sit and wait for them to call our group.
Finally, we get on the plane. Do you like the window seat or the aisle seat?
I love the window seat. I like to look outside. I like to see the clouds and the ground below. It is beautiful.
I prefer the aisle seat. The aisle is the walkway in the middle. I like the aisle seat because I have long legs. I can stretch my legs, and it's easier to go to the bathroom.
That makes sense. The flight attendants are very nice. They give us food and drinks.
Chicken or pasta? That is the famous question.
I always choose the pasta. What about you?
I usually choose the chicken, and I ask for some apple juice.
And then we watch a movie or we sleep. Finally, the pilot says, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our destination."
We land, we get our bags, and the vacation really begins.
We have arrived. Now we need a place to sleep. We need accommodation.
There are many types of accommodation. The most common one is a hotel.
Yes, but you can also stay in a hostel, a resort, or an Airbnb.
Let's explain the difference. A hotel is a building with private rooms. It usually has a restaurant and cleaning service.
A hostel is cheaper. It's good for young people or students. Sometimes you have to share a room with other people. You sleep in bunk beds.
A resort is usually on the beach. It is very big and fancy. It has swimming pools, spas, and many restaurants. It is for relaxing.
And an Airbnb is when you rent a person's house or apartment. It feels like living in a home. It has a kitchen so you can cook.
For this trip, let's say we are staying in a nice hotel. We walk to the reception desk.
We say, "Hello, we have a reservation."
The receptionist will ask for our ID and a credit card. Then they give us the room key. Nowadays, the key is usually a plastic card.
I hope our room has a nice view. I love a room with a view of the ocean or the city.
Let's go to the room. We open the door. Wow, it is very clean.
Look, there's a big bed. It looks very comfortable. There are 2 pillows for each person.
And look at the bathroom. There are fresh towels, soap, and shampoo.
I love hotel amenities. Amenities are the extra things the hotel gives you, like the hair dryer, the coffee maker, and the free Wi-Fi.
Is the Wi-Fi free? That is very important. I need to send photos to my family.
Yes, the Wi-Fi is free. And look, there's a minibar. But be careful, Mark. The chocolate in the minibar is very expensive.
You are right. Do not eat the chocolate in the minibar. Let's go to a supermarket instead.
Good idea. We unpack our clothes and put them in the closet. Now we are ready to go out and explore.
Now comes the fun part, sightseeing.
Sightseeing means going to visit famous places and things. We go to see the sights.
We should also take many photos. I love taking pictures for Instagram. Selfies are fun, but I also like to take pictures of the scenery.
Scenery means the way the land looks, trees, mountains, rivers, and buildings.
Sometimes I like to hire a tour guide. A tour guide is a person who knows everything about the city. They can tell you the history and interesting stories.
Yes, a guide is helpful, but sometimes I like to walk alone. I like to get lost.
Get lost? Why?
When you get lost, you find small streets and quiet cafes. You meet local people. It's an adventure.
That is true, but make sure you have a map on your phone. I do not want to be lost forever.
If we are at the beach, the activities are different. We don't look at buildings, we go swimming.
Yes, we can go snorkeling or scuba diving. Snorkeling is when you swim on top of the water with a mask. You can look down and see the fish.
And we can just relax. We can lie on the sand and read a book. We can get a tan.
But wear sunscreen. You do not want to get a sunburn. A sunburn is when your skin turns red and hurts. It is not fun.
Definitely. So we walk, we swim, we take photos. After all this activity, I'm getting hungry.
Me too. Let's talk about food.
For many people, food is the best part of a vacation.
I agree. I love trying local food. Local food means the food that comes from that specific place.
If you go to Italy, you must eat pizza and pasta. If you go to Japan, you must eat sushi and ramen. If you go to Mexico, you must eat tacos.
Exactly. I do not like to eat at McDonald's when I am on vacation. I can eat McDonald's at home. I want something new.
How do you find a good restaurant, Anna?
I often ask the people at the hotel. I ask, where do the local people eat? I do not want a tourist trap.
A tourist trap is a restaurant that is very expensive, but the food is not very good. They only want money from tourists.
Right. So we find a small, busy restaurant. We sit down and look at the menu.
Sometimes the menu is in a different language. That can be difficult.
Yes. If there are pictures, it is easy. I just point and say, I want this, please.
If there are no pictures, you can look at what other people are eating. If it looks good, you can ask the waiter, "What is that?"
When the food comes, we say, "It looks delicious."
And then we eat. We taste new flavors: spicy, sweet, salty, sour.
Do you leave a tip, Mark?
That depends on the country. In the United States, you must leave a tip. A tip is extra money for the waiter, usually 15% or 20%.
But in some countries, like Japan, you do not tip. It is important to learn the rules before you travel.
That is very true. Being polite is important. Learning a few words in the local language helps too. Words like hello, thank you, and delicious.
The people are always happy when you try to speak their language.
Before we go home, we usually go shopping. We want to buy souvenirs.
A souvenir is a small gift you buy to remember your trip. It is also a gift for your friends and family.
What kind of souvenirs do you buy?
I like to buy magnets. I put them on my refrigerator. I have magnets from London, Paris, Rome, and Bangkok.
That is a cool collection. I like to buy t-shirts, or sometimes I buy local snacks to bring home: chocolate, cookies, or tea.
Postcards are nice too. You can write a message and mail it to your grandma.
Where do you shop? Do you go to big malls?
Sometimes, but I prefer street markets. Markets are exciting. They are colorful and noisy.
In some markets, you can bargain. Do you know what bargain means?
Yes, it means you discuss the price. The seller says it is $10. You say, that is too expensive. How about $5?
And then the seller says, okay, $7, and you agree. It's like a game.
But be careful, you can only bargain in markets. You cannot bargain in a supermarket or a big store.
Correct. So we buy our gifts, we pack our bags, our suitcases are full now.
I hope my suitcase is not too heavy. If it is too heavy, I have to pay extra money at the airport.
That is the worst. We must weigh the bags before we go.
Mark, vacations are usually great, but sometimes bad things happen. We should talk about that too.
Yes, let's be realistic. Sometimes things go wrong. For example, the weather.
Oh, I hate bad weather. Imagine you go to the beach, but it rains every day.
That is terrible. Or imagine it is too hot to walk outside.
Another problem is getting sick. My stomach often hurts when I eat new food.
That is called food poisoning. It is very unpleasant. You have to stay in the hotel room and rest. It's important to drink lots of water.
And sometimes we lose things. Losing your wallet or phone is a disaster.
That is why I always leave one credit card in the hotel safe. If I lose my wallet, I still have money.
That is very smart. And sometimes flights are delayed. Delayed means the plane is late. You have to wait in the airport for hours.
Or canceled. That means the flight is not going. You have to sleep at the airport.
Ugh, I hope that never happens to our listeners. But if it happens, stay calm, talk to the airline staff. They will help you.
All good things must end. The vacation is over. We fly back home.
We are tired, but we are happy. We have many memories.
When I get home, the first thing I do is sleep in my own bed. My bed always feels the best.
I know that feeling. Home sweet home. Then the next day, we have to go back to work or school.
We call this the post-vacation blues. It means we feel a little sad because the fun is over.
But we can look at our photos and we can give the souvenirs to our friends.
We can tell our friends stories. Guess what I saw? Guess what I ate?
And the best way to stop being sad is to plan the next vacation.
Exactly. Where should we go next, Anna?
Maybe we can go skiing in the mountains.
Or maybe a jungle safari in Africa.
There are so many choices. The world is a big place.
Well, listeners, we have talked about everything today.
We talked about planning, packing, flying, hotels, food, sightseeing, and coming home. That was a long journey.
We hope this helps you talk about your vacations in English.
Try to practice these words. Use them when you talk to your friends. Tell them about your dream vacation.
Thank you for listening to this special episode of Daily English Dialogues.
If you liked this episode, please like and subscribe to our channel. It helps us very much.
See you next time.
Bye-bye. Safe travels.